couldn't be me. It 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 couldn't be me.
Hello, everyone. Once again, we have our family podcast, Big Sam and Nephews. I am Big Sam. My nephew Javier, my other buddy Nathan, he's on too. I want to get right into it. Big Sam Nephews is sponsored by My Guy Market at 504 East Belmont Avenue in the wonderful city of Fresno, California, where I live. They have the best sandwiches in the San Joaquin Valley. They have a Checkmate which is one of the yummy, beefy, tasty short rib sandwich. Really good sandwich too. Also, the owner, Floyd Sanchez, good dude. And also, I've said I did for Eddie. Eddie is a cook. He is doing much better. He's recuperating from his heart surgery. So big ups to Eddie, man, for all his work and all what he does for the My Guy Market. And also, I saw this guy last night. I worked at Ellie concert last night. And so this guy was there too. And also My Guy Market is sponsored by Fresno Social Sports, where adults come to play and connect and have fun, and they're building the community one game at a time. And you can join Fresno Social Sports at FresnoSocialSports.com. They're actually doing kickball right now. They're playing kickball right now, adult kickball. So here, and I think it's in Midtown Fresno. So anyway, Eric Young is the owner of that wonderful business, My Guy, Fresno Social Sports. So let's get right into it. The playoffs, the NBA playoffs have gotten, I don't know what the word quirky. The people you thought were going to win didn't win. Denver Nuggets, they kind of self-destructed, I think. This is my opinion. What do you think about this, Javier and Nathan?
I was surprised. I was I don't know what I was doing at the gym. I must have gone there to take a shower or something. But a waste of time. I don't know what good does it do to me. But anyway, I looked up and I saw with about a minute to go, Philly was on top of Boston. I mean, and the fat lady was warming up. That kind of surprised me. Probably because I don't watch a lot of regular season games, but Boston is 2 years removed from as a very young team from winning a title, and
Right.
their big guy Jason somebody was back, but then I think he missed that game or whatever. But I thought Boston, Philadelphia seemed like the kind of team that just kind of never gets it done. Talented
Right.
but never gets it done. So I was surprised. That really surprised me. And guys, I'm sitting in a restaurant, so I'm going to mute. I'm not talking.
That's fine. How do you think Philadelphia is going to do against the New York Knicks? The Philadelphia is playing the New York Knicks.
I'm on mute. I think that, I think Philadelphia, they had the right matchup. Jason Tatum he got hurt, so that was a big thing. Maxey came through big time. And also Tobias Harris had 30 points today. So he's been like the steady veteran. And then you have Joel Embiid, who's just being Joel Embiid. He doesn't have to do a lot because Maxey's the number one product right now. Embiid just has to be second fiddle. So I think they kind of got some chemistry back a little bit and confidence. So the matchup between Embiid and what's the boy?
Anthony Towns.
Anthony Towns.
Center versus center. Power forward.
Embiid will win that matchup all day, every day, and 3 times in November because there's nobody who could really check him.
If he stays low.
Yeah, he has to stay low. He can't be out there shooting threes, man. Don't do that. 15-footer's cool, but threes, little stop and pop. Just be Tim Duncan. Don't be, I want to be the best 3-point shooting big man in the world. Don't do that.
Who cares?
Yeah, because guess what?
So
the top centers never cared.
Is he pretty tough, Embiid?
Yeah, he can be if he wants to be.
If he plays low, he got to stay down low in the paint.
Yeah,
right,
big time.
I mean, is he a defensive center or
no?
An offensive?
He's an offensive. He's both. He's both offensive, defensive center.
Right.
He can move his feet. He has some Olajuwon-esque puppies. You know what I'm saying? He could be. He
He
could be.
has the potential to have some Elijah Wan-esque potential, but he does not display Elijah Wan-esque potential not that
Yeah,
often.
all the
I
yeah.
think you mentioned you mentioned my cousin's magic word. He thought he loved Elijah Wan's game. He's right here. He just mentioned Elijah Wan reference Joel Embiid.
Oh yeah. Oh, Joel Embiid is.
Yeah.
Oh, he couldn't carry Elijah Wan's job.
Well, we know that.
That's kind of getting to the point.
Right. No, and then the other side, how do you feel about Denver getting knocked off by the Lakers? You know, I didn't see that one coming at all.
What's the other guy for the Lakers? Not the Joker, but
Johnson.
Doncic. Doncic, I saw the end of that game too. Doncic's out, right? Or I saw the end of game 6 or something. Doncic's, is he out or is he in?
He's been out, injury.
Yeah, he's coming back.
LeBron
coming back.
Well, he'll probably come back for
the Lakers,
the second round with San Antonio.
I don't know if I'm being LeBron biased because I know LeBron is old, so I just figured the Lakers were kind of old, And I'm thinking, well, how in the world are they going to go one more round without their number 2 guy? Maybe number 1 guy.
Luka is the number 1 guy. LeBron is the number 2 guy. And
right. Okay.
I mean, they're gonna get a gentleman's sweep.
They're gonna get mollywopped.
Yeah. And this is
that's a new word.
This is coming from a Lakers fan, so I'm like, yo, y'all are done. Like it's over. I mean, but what else can you do about it? I mean, they
have no height to contend with Wemby.
No. They played the Thunder.
At all.
They played the Thunder.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they got a 20. Yeah, this is over. Yeah, they still don't have no height for Chet. They don't have no physicality.
No. I have to really apologize about Chet because way back when a couple of years ago I said that Chet was not going to be a good pro. I'm wrong. He's a good pro.
Yeah, he's a
very good pro.
He's in the right situation.
Right.
So, I mean, if he would have went anywhere else, they would have been depending on him. And then he got hurt, so then he had time to sit down from his injuries and get stronger. So I think he's in the right place, man. I mean,
oh, for sure.
He knows his role. And his game has blossomed where he doesn't have all that pressure to be, 7-2 and
to be the man.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, but Lakers are gonna get waxed. They're gonna probably 4-1. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 4-1. They play what tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, they play they play the 5th. 1, 2, 3, the 5th. They play on the 5th. Cinco de Mayo in Oklahoma, and then the Spurs plays the Timberwolves, which the Spurs should beat this. They should. Ant-Man is out for weeks. Hyperextended knee, bone bruise. They're saying, oh, he'll be back for game 1, but nah, it's not gonna happen, man. Dude is hurt, man. Yeah, he almost tore his ACL, so you gotta sit him down. I mean, I am surprised that Rudy Gobert's playing real well. He actually showed up. That's kind of what they need for him to show up. But yeah.
It won't be enough. It's just not going to be enough. I'm not Wolves bashing at all, but they don't have enough to beat. They don't have enough to beat San Antonio.
Is the East wide open to the finals? Is the East wide open to the finals?
Yeah, it is because I think Toronto and Cleveland.
Yeah, they're playing right now.
They're playing now, right? And that one's that's the other game that surprised me. I did not think that Toronto was going to take Cleveland 7 games.
Yeah,
I didn't see that one coming either.
Yeah, I mean, RJ Barrett's been balling. RJ Barrett has been killing. and I think that's the RJ Barrett that everybody's been waiting to see. Um, in New York, he showed flashes, and now he gets a chance to play.
Right.
I think Toronto's
Right.
still a good. I mean, Toronto's a good team. I just thought that Cleveland was head over heels better. But I mean, Toronto, they're showing some guts. But I mean, I guess I think the surprise is the Pistons. I mean, they're a young team. They're a number one seed. They came out and laid an egg against a good Magic's team with Paulo Banchero. So, and that was a matchup nightmare for them, where they're both physical. They're both physical teams, and they almost got out physical. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they blew them out today, but they almost blew that series. I mean, they had to like really, really work to get the series back to them so they can move on. So I think the East is wide open, man. I mean, the 76ers, can they keep it up? It's one of those things, everybody else is gone. I mean, the Raptors and Cavs, you play Detroit coming up next. And then you're going game 5 right now. You're going game 7, so you got a day and a half of rest before you start your next series. So that's big. They don't have a lot of rest, so that I think it's wide open, man. To be honest, I think the East is wide open now. Y'all mute.
Do you think that David Altman should be fired from the Denver Nuggets?
That's a head coach, young boy.
Yes.
I mean, you
He got that. He got that job. He got that job basically by what?
Luck.
Sheer. That is the word I was going to use.
I mean, he's not a bad coach, but I mean, you fired Malone for the same damn thing.
That's right, but that's my whole thing. Malone. They won the championship with this guy.
And you came back the next year and almost won again. And then you got
Right.
Murray got hurt for the whole season, and you still
right. And you were in the hunt.
Yeah, and
they fired him. I think that was a bad
choice. That was a bad decision.
Oh my God, yes, for sure.
What you say, Nate?
Say what?
We doing, huh?
Got about 5 more minutes.
All right.
Okay.
What do you guys think about
We'll,
they signed the big NIL deal to transfer somewhere, and then he bet on his team. You hear about that one?
Yes, I forgot that kid. Yeah, just doing just doing young people stuff.
Well, now with the NIL, like the news report that I heard, that they might not come down on him. It seemingly might not come down on him if they get on Pete Rose or Leister from Ohio State years ago. What do you think?
I think it's the same penalty. You're throwing games. That's a fraudulent act. That's an illegal act if you're betting on, like, I can understand if you were betting on yourself. Hey man, you know what? They only got me down for 17. I'm gonna bet on myself to get 24. I can understand that, but you're betting on outcomes of the game that you're specifically involved in. Again, that's still the same thing as everybody
who was the
else.
player? Who was the player?
I don't know.
And where was he from?
I gotta look it up again.
Come on, Google it, dude.
I am.
We got 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I've seen your computer setup too. You got a nice setup, Javier.
Thank you, Uncle. Thank you.
I'm just saying.
What was that? NIL college basketball.
Well, Javier is.
Bring Stephen A. on to see what he thinks about it.
Yeah, I know. Let me see.
Yeah, you know what's sad about sports, Nathan, is that it's like Peyton Place. You remember that? You remember that soap opera Peyton Place? It's always about someone doing something that's newsworthy, stupid but newsworthy. Always something.
Peyton Place would have had no material if if it was today because there's a DNA test.
Right.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. That's pretty funny. I can't find it.
Well,
right
hey, that's okay. I'm gonna just kill this, and we'll come back in 15 minutes. I want to tell you right now that Big Sam and Nephews is sponsored by my guy Market at 504 East Belmont Avenue here in the wonderful city of Fresno, California, where I live. Javier lives in Atlanta. Nathan lives in Sacramento. Also, I want to say big ups to my man Frank. You're having dinner with your cousin Franklin. Did he go by Franklin?
No, Frankie.
Frankie?
Yes.
Okay, but I'm going to tell you that my guy Margaret. Did I tell you that 504 East Belmont Avenue? I did tell you that where they have the best sandwiches in the San Joaquin Valley. One of them is the Checkmate sandwich. It's a beefy short rib sandwich, and also the owner of my guy Market, Floyd Sanchez. Big ups to him, and also Eddie, my man Eddie, the cook. He's recovering. He had some heart surgery recently, and everything's looking real splendid for Eddie. So hopefully Eddie will be back.
Blessing to Eddie.
Right.
Shout out
Also, my guy, Big Sam Nephews, also sponsored by Fresno Social Sports, where adults come to play and connect and they have fun, and they're building community one game at a time. And Fresno Social Sports is, you can go to FresnoSocialSports.com. Eric DeYoung, my buddy, I saw him last night at the Nelly concert. He was hanging out. He had an exclusive, man. He had a big pass, man. That's neither here nor there. Also, but we're going to kill this, and then we'll come right back at you.
All right, we'll be back.
Okay, we're back.
Nope.
Second half. Big Sam Nephews, sponsored by my guy Market at 504 East Belmont Avenue here in the wonderful city of Fresno, California, where I live in Fresno. My nephew lives in Atlanta. Nathan lives up the highway in Sacramento. And but we all get coming together to do this sports podcast. And it's a good sports podcast, too. We shortened the show. So we're just trying to meet a different market of people that we're trying to get into to do. What was I going to say?
Go
My guy
national.
Market.
Go national.
Yeah. Right. And
all of North America.
right. And I want to tell you that my guy Market is on Belmont Avenue here in the wonderful city of 504 East Belmont Avenue in Fresno, California, where they have the best sandwiches in the San Joaquin Valley. The Checkmate sandwich is one of those sandwiches. It's a yummy Texas short rib steak sandwich. So that's a good. I've had that sandwich before too, by the way. And the owner, Floyd Sanchez, good dude, and also one of the big ups to my man Eddie. He's recovering from heart surgery. So wonderful business, great business. And hopefully Eddie will be back very soon. I can't put a time limit, but I know he's recovering from heart surgery. So big ups to Eddie for that. And also, Big Sam Nephews is also sponsored by Fresno Social Sports, where the adults come to play and they can connect, and they're building the community one game at a time. They do games for adults, like they're doing kickball right now. They do paddle ball, pickleball, not paddleball, pickleball. They just got done with indoor soccer this past winter, so they got a lot of different sports. They also do a prom for adults up the road in Madera. That's what the last one was. And the owner of that, Fresno Social Sports, you can go to FresnoSocialSports.com, and the owner of that business is Eric DeYoung, good dude. So anyway, we were talking about this young man that got busted for gambling.
Hi, I'm Will.
I don't know his name. I haven't seen his potential penalty or ramifications of his misdeeds. But my question was, since and the radio report that I heard suggested that his penalties might not be as severe as before, having something to do with the fact that college sports are now in the NIL era, and he's not professional, not a pro, hasn't signed a contract, even though he's worth millions. Apparently, this guy got $5 or $6 million to transfer. So, there were two takes, like, you have all that money, college kid, why do you need to make a few extra dollars gambling, even if it's on your team? And number two, they theorized that, again, the penalty might not be as severe as he might not get the death sentence, so to speak.
Is that the kid?
What do you got?
Is that the kid from Texas Tech? He has a lawsuit. He's from I think he's from Texas Tech. So he's a transfer student from University of Cincinnati, and he signed an estimated $5 to $6 million NIL deal to go to Texas Tech. So this kid, no indictment, no nothing. He allegedly placed thousands of bets, including wagering on his own team from Indiana, to win while he was a player in 2002. So that's kind of what's happening.
And no indictment, right?
No indictment, but you know what color? Right. Okay, dang! I just hate to bring the race into it, but god damn it! Sorry, Unc. You know what he is. He got the
Continue.
He got the complexion for the dismissal.
Connection for the protection.
Yeah, man.
So in this case, no protection.
Yeah, you got a $6 million deal. Like, how good are you? You're not that good. Like, that's crazy. You got $6 million to go to Texas Tech, and now you know what's crazy. And now all these coaches, I think Calipari said it too. Though, was like, yo, like, we just can't keep on paying these kids. They're basically they're just hitting college to college and hitting them up. Like, yo, you're gonna give me $4 million? I'm there. Okay, cool. I got $4 million from you. You know what? Next year I'm transferring. You got $4 million from these other places. You got another $4 million. Like, they're like, these kids are multimillionaires, and they ain't did nothing yet. And they're playing the system the way I guess they're supposed to be played. But
of course, the system played on college athletes for a long time. With the
correct
standard answer where you're getting a free quality education, while the university made tens of millions of dollars.
Yep.
And they didn't get any of it. Yep. Right.
But now they're getting a piece.
And no one, and none of these guys want to thank Ed O'Banion. You remember Ed O'Banion?
Yeah.
With the UCLA?
Yep.
He got the ball game rolling. He's like the Kurt Flood of college basketball.
Yep.
There's a way that NIL could be tempered. You could say, okay, you know what? In your 4 years or however many years you do, you can't make more than blank amount, right? Or you can limit to 2 transfers, not more than 2, or maybe not more than 1. I don't know.
I would say, I think Calipari said 1 transfer, because these kids, they'll play 1 year, freshmen, they'll play 1 year, they don't really play. And then they're like, okay, I'm out of here. That is not now for a freshman that wants to play. That's natural. But see, back in the day, you would you would have to waste that next year to transfer, right? So then you would say, okay, I'm transferring to whatever school. You're ineligible to play at that next school. So if I went from Duke to Kansas, I can't play for Kansas until my junior year, right? That's how it used to be. And then they said, okay, well, now you can transfer a little bit, and then we won't, we won't penalize you, And then they said, okay, well, now you have the NIL deal because now you start taking the 5th year seniors who already finished up their degree. They could have that one more year. Go ahead, Al.
Right. Do you think that Tommy Tuberville and Nick Saban are going to put the kibosh on this NIL deal? I don't think they're going to ever be able to squeeze the NIL deal at all, but they're going to, some type of way, they're going to pass something to the legislation Tommy Tuberville is
that
now
He's a
in.
big legislator now.
that kind of
Right.
segues into my next point, and that is, even though I suggested, we were talking about limiting number of transfers or limiting the total NIL dollars that kid can have over the course of his college career. Those are two suggestions or ways, if it gets out of hand or starts to wreck the game, that this you might take those approaches.
Well, but Nathan, I think it's already gotten out of hand with this young man allegedly getting popped.
I'm not saying that's what should be done, because again, it comes back to constitutional precedents, meaning that
Right.
everybody has the right to happiness and pursuit of liberty and all that kind of stuff, including making all the money that you can. Just because you're in college and not in your 30s is not ultimately something that would suggest that, okay, you can't make more than this, right?
Maybe a
So I
salary
think
cap.
that you have to temper it and weigh it between the two and find, you got between a rock and a hard place, and maybe find a happy medium or leave it alone.
I think it's a salary cap, man.
I don't think. I think gambling has been going on in college basketball for over 30 years, probably longer than that.
And football.
Case in point, there was a young man that got involved in some gambling. Probably 10 years ago. Didn't work out well for him either. Because you throw the game, the mob is involved in this too, because the points.
Facts.
Always the points.
Big facts.
But the mob is never going to get nailed. It's going to be the ball players one that's going to get nailed. And the other thing is, I think it's just kind of funny. Like you said, Nathan, why would you want to risk? You already making $5 million. You're making more money than you're going to ever make in your life, especially now.
Yeah,
you got popped.
Because you're not good enough to go
So
pro.
now, right. So you're not, you sort of hit the plateau on the amount of money you're going to make. But greed sets in, and guys get greedy, and they think they can go make more money, and say, no,
Right.
you can't do it.
I mean, it's a
I'm
big.
just
I
saying.
think it's a big thing where you have the kids. I mean, hell, I don't know how I would act if I was getting $6 million to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know how I would act.
I would
Like a
act the fool.
Cadillac.
I would act the fool. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I would too.
Well, you long jump 25-3 as a
Nah,
freshman.
man. Hey, look. Let me tell you this.
$5 or $6 million.
Look, let me tell you this. At the time, Sharif Abdurrahim's going to he went to Cal. So he's going to Cal.
Remember him.
He goes to Cal, right? So I'm up in Maryland and I call him. Then we talk pretty much all the time back then. Shout out to my boy Sharif. So I call him and we're just talking about school and Cal and yada yada yada. They don't really tell the stories of what the money that they get. He never explained any of that, but we're talking about what if you had X amount of dollars to go to school? Because, he had an off campus, most of the players, they have off campus living, they have a car, they have certain perks, right? But that's about it. This is a guaranteed lottery pick. Guaranteed. You're scoring 29 a game.
Well, now, Sharif, let's just be realistic. Sharif got paid.
Yeah.
A guy by the name of Todd Bowman.
I know he got paid. I don't know the number, but I know he got paid.
Right.
I'll tell you that. I know he got paid.
So,
but we talk about but Sharif is not a flashy guy. So you would have never known that he was gonna have this Mercedes. He didn't travel around like that. He's a family guy. So it's a little different where you had his other teammates was like, yo, I'm trying to go around the Bay Area. So it was a little different, but I was like, yo, I remember I told him, I was like, yo, if I was getting that money, oh man, I act a fool. But that's just me. I know me. I don't need that money. I'm gonna act a donkey too. I'm probably gonna get kicked out of college also.
Said you'd have got 6 and blown 3.
I would have been Johnny Manziel in that thing.
All right.
My uncle would have been dogging me out. Like, man, I got you this. Hey, man, it's done, bro. It's done.
But you know, I want to reverse this real quick.
Out of blue two.
I, you know how sometimes you can sell yourself to the devil.
Yeah.
And I coached summer league basketball about a number of years ago, probably like 20-something years ago, and I literally had some offers from other ads and coaches. Hey, you give me this guy, but I just never sold myself out to the devil, man. I couldn't do it.
I think
and I looked at a game this year in the Final Four, and this same young coach is now an older coach now. I remember this guy, man. It was like, oh no, he sold himself to the devil.
I you know what? Coaching the AAU basketball and seeing the talent, like I seen the Boozer twins when they were in 8th grade. I seen some of the kids, and one of the young kids that I've been wanting to coach, that I want to coach, Ramadan. He's been all on the internet. He's an underrated talent. He's about 6'4" can jump, he could do a lot of things. He still needs help on his game. But I'm like, I want to coach him just because I'm like, you're going to have these pitfalls as being a good high school player and you're on the internet, right? Because there's fame and fortune, there's things that's going to come your way, and he's at a small school, but he did what I did, go to the big leagues and go show out, right? So it's like, you have to really know that there's a level to this thing, and then really and he's a humble kid. I'm not saying he's not, but all these kids they have to get in these certain situations where the coaches aren't trying to take advantage of you. And that's the real place where, you have KG and, Paul Pierce playing on the same AAU team. I'm like, that's not fair. Like, think about that, though, Uncle. Like, how fair is that? You had Ronnie Fields on, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about that class where you had all these dudes from Chicago, LA, and all playing on the same team at one time. I'm like, that's not fair. You got the top 10 players in the nation playing on the same team. Like, we just gonna team up. It's the money involved, and how do you get there? And I get it. I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping, but just to see that in person, I was like, oh, that's crazy. It's crazy. Again, guaranteed lottery talents.
Well, they have been exploited for a number of years, and I always agree with the players, getting paid, but there have to be some certain and the stipulations are going to be coming down, especially now that you got this young man involved in his gambling. Man, you don't think for one moment that these coaches are going to come down on the players like him,
right?
That want to throw a game. Who does that? Well, people that are greedy.
Yep.
The greed will make you do pretty much anything illegal, gambling on your. But I never thought about ever doing that. I never thought about ever. I played college basketball too, but I wasn't very good, but I was decent. But I never thought about gambling. Was like the first thing from my mind.
Right.
I just think I never thought about gambling.
Gambling was a tough way to make some extra money.
Yeah, for real.
Well, it was back then. It had to be, everything had to be under the table too. It had to be under the table. You wouldn't be like exposing it. You would tell on yourself. But unfortunate that happened.
Got like a minute left.
Okay, I'll wrap this bad boy up. I want to thank everybody for watching this podcast. We have 2 podcasts, especially one, and we did another one. This will be the last one I did for this week, and then I will be back next week, the good Lord willing. If I can get my glitches figured out, I'll work on that. But I will definitely
just
be
press
back.
that link up. It's all good. I got you.
I know. Trust me. I got you, man. But we will come back again at you next Sunday at 4 o'clock West Coast time. Big Sam Nephews is sponsored by My Guy Market at 504 East Belmont Avenue in the city of Fresno, California, where I live in Fresno. Javier lives in Atlanta. Nathan lives up in Sacramento. Franklin, you live down the highway a little bit between Tracy. So anyway, I want to thank all y'all for all y'all, like I'm a Southerner, like all you guys for being on this podcast today. And My Guy Market's one of our sponsors at 504 East Belmont Avenue in Fresno, California. They have the best sandwiches in the San Joaquin Valley. Checkmate sandwiches, one of those sandwiches. Am I saying sandwich right? Sandwich right?
You said it right.
Because I caught myself.
You're good. You said it right.
I did.
You said it right. Yep.
Oh boy. Because I just, I don't know why I say it. I think I say it wrong. But anyway, it's a beefy, it's a Checkmate sandwich. It's a beefy steak. It's sort of weird steak sandwich. And then the owner of My Guy Market is Floyd Sanchez. Big ups to Floyd. And also my main man, Eddie. Eddie is recovering from a heart operation. So, I don't know all the details about it, but I just know I go on, I watch YouTube and I get to see the results and everything. But he should be back within I don't know. I can't put a timetable on this stuff. It's so unfair. But anyway, just big ups to Eddie. And also, Big Sam Nephews also sponsored by Fresno Social Sports. That's a tongue twister where the adults come to play and they have fun and they're building the community one game at a time. They do a lot of games for adults. Like right now, they're doing kickball. They've had pickleball. They had this winter, they had indoor soccer. They do an adult prom. I think up the highway at Madera. But anyway, you can go to Fresno Social Sports and Eric DeYoung. I saw him last night at the Nelly concert at indoor soccer. They've never seen Nelly, but prom. I'm not a big, I think I'm just not a big Nelly fan, but that's another Sunday. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching this podcast, and we will be back next week. So we'll see you then. Goodbye. God bless everybody.
Ditto.
Out of here. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, take care, fellas.
It couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. It couldn't be me.